Diane, and tonight I am going to share, let me get a light on here, share with you guys what happened in my house tonight when my family decided they wanted to go out to dinner, but the restaurant that they were ordering from was a restaurant that if I eat at, I get really sick. So I kind of decided I was going to opt out of dinner, and if you've been on my Facebook page at all today, or I'll insert this in the playback video up in a corner what I had for dinner, you will see what I decided to eat in place of going out to dinner and getting sick. So I said I was going to reveal where my family ate, and I'll do that in just a second. But first, I just kind of like to introduce myself to whoever's jumping on who's new. My name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women find nutritional plans and fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And most recently for me, that has been done through intermittent fasting and some research that I've been doing with nutrition and experimenting I've been doing with myself. And that sort of leads us into what happened in my house this evening. So I'm a huge fan of Schlotzsky's Deli, and we had them when we lived in California, and they're here in Texas, and there's one that was just opened up down the street from us, so we were super excited about having an option to go to one of our California favorite places to eat. And we would eat there, and what I love about Schlotzsky's is they have gluten-free bread options, and they have gluten-free pizza options, and so that's pretty much what I would order whenever we would go there to eat. And every time I ate something from Schlotzsky's, whether it was a pizza or whether it was one of their sandwiches, and I even, chose to go for the gluten-free bread, I would always feel really sick after, and I would feel sick for a couple of days. And it was that kind of feeling I get when I have a soy exposure. And so if you watched me last night, or you've seen some of my other YouTube videos about soy exposures and what they do to me and some of the risks that they have for women, it's just not a good thing for me. It can throw my hormones out of balance for, a good week, and it just makes me feel really, really sick. And so I went on Schlotzsky's website and I looked at their allergen statements, and every single thing on their menu has soy in it. And I couldn't really figure out where it was, so I'm assuming it's probably either in their spread or in maybe their cheese or something, because even the gluten-free options had soy listed as one of the allergen statements. So I have made a very conscious choice for myself that I no longer eat there, because it's just not worth it for me to have a week of feeling bad and being completely out of balance over a sandwich or a pizza. And so I always make sure that in my house I have plenty of, substitutions for myself on hand and my family, because if you saw me last night, you know that we really don't buy any products anymore that have soy listed as an ingredient on the ingredients label. And so I was easily able to make a pizza at home. I made it while my husband went to go get the food and bring it back home for the rest of the family. They don't feel bad when they eat soy. So other than, the fact that we just don't buy it and prepare things in our house, my family's not, they have freedom to do whatever they want to do with their nutrition. And so they don't mind, and they don't feel sick when they eat it. And so they had theirs, and I made myself an amazing, gluten-free, it was a soy-free and a lactose-free pizza that was pretty equivalent to what I would have paid money for out at Schlotzsky's, because I usually get I think it's called the smoked turkey and jalapeno pizza, which is exactly what I made at home, and I won't be sick tomorrow or for the rest of the week. So I think it's amazing when we as women can really figure out and take the time to do our research and listen to the signals that our bodies are sending to us, and then respond to those signals in a way that really helps us empower ourselves with the decisions that we make about our food and how we are going to let food make us feel. And so I feel great. I feel, excited about waking up tomorrow and not feeling bad. And it was just over a choice of not choosing to eat out when you know, my loved ones around me decided to eat out, and I made something at home really quick, really simple. It was a Trader Joe's gluten-free pizza crust, which is amazing if you haven't tried one of those yet. I had some turkey pepperoni on it. I had my gluten-free, soy-free spaghetti sauce that I pick up at Costco, and I had my manchego cheese shredded on the top, and I put some sliced jalapenos on there. And so it was a great option for me and super easy to do, and I feel amazing. So just know that you have the option to pick those foods that are going to make you feel great, and it's okay if you opt out of, you know, a dinner out or a meal out, or, you know, you're going to do those things that's just going to make you live your authentic life and make you feel and look your best. I think that's our main purpose here. So kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And then if you have signed up or sent in the form for more information about my intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman group, you should be receiving an email in your inbox either tonight or tomorrow morning about the official launch of that program. We will be starting April 3rd. So emails should be going out tonight and tomorrow, and then they'll be going out sort of, you know, in groups throughout this week. You have until Friday, I believe, is what we put the deadline to get yourself registered and in the group. And then we will start officially on Monday, but we'll have some stuff going on Sunday of next weekend. So we have a whole week. The cool thing about this group is that there's no prep work involved. There's no big grocery store hauls. There's no food prep. There's no measuring stuff out in little containers. It's pretty simple. I would say, you know, you just want to chill out for the week and just know that you're embarking on a great journey for yourself over the next 30 days, and it'll be a really good thing, and you'll be learning a lot of new things about food and nutrition and how we think about dieting and how we you know, we can take care of ourselves and really heal our bodies just by changing a couple things in our brain that we've been programmed to believe to be the truth, or programmed to believe to be the right way, when in fact that might not necessarily be the case. So I have another little announcement to make, and Ingrid is on here. So I want to publicly say congratulations to Ingrid. She was just in my March Intermittent Fasting for Women group, and she had just been to a doctor's appointment and reported in to us that she lost 18 pounds in that 30-day group, and she lowered her A1C levels from 9.6 to 7.2 in our group, where we did not diet and we did not restrict food and we didn't weigh in every week and we didn't stress about anything other than, and it wasn't even a stress, it was just something that we did, creating a fasting window and an eating window for ourselves that fit into our own lifestyles. And Ingrid was a champ. She just completely embraced this program. She completely embraced the things that I have been teaching her. She implemented things without question and just sort of trusted that this process was going to work for her. And she did amazing things in 30 days. I mean, that's amazing for not being on a diet and not having any sort of food restrictions. So I can tell you that this stuff works, and that when you stop thinking about being on a diet and you stop thinking about all the things you're not allowed to have, and you just take some time to really learn what your body's going through, and you learn the kind of the science behind why intermittent fasting is such an amazing lifestyle to live, and we stop restricting ourselves and feeling guilty and beating ourselves up over the fact that we're not perfect, because we're not perfect, and we just do our best, and if we have a bad day, the next day we just pick up and start over. It is such an amazingly freeing feeling, and you can do some pretty amazing things for, to, and with your body and your life. So Ingrid is proof of that. I know, you know, I've shared a lot of the things that I've been able to do with intermittent fasting and the way I've been able to change my nutrition without feeling like I'm always being deprived, or I'm that one girl at a social setting that's kind of sitting off in the corner and I can't eat anything and I can't drink anything. Like, that's a horrible place to be. I used to live in that place and it was awful, and I don't live there anymore. And so Ingrid, like I said, I want to publicly congratulate you. You owned it. You were a model student in my group, and I always appreciate you being there. So you're well on your way. She's fasting for 18 to 20 hours a day. And when women enter these groups with me, you know, when you first start talking about fasting windows and eating windows, and I think Ingrid even had a couple days in the beginning where, you know, she, you know, her hunger hormones were driving her crazy, and I'll teach you all about your hunger hormones in my group and what we can do to keep those under control. And, you know, and she trusted me, and she did everything that she was supposed to do by the book. And 30 days later, look where she is. So it works amazingly. I can tell you all the things it's done for me since I've started incorporating these food nutritional changes and incorporating intermittent fasting together, and the health changes that it can provide for you when you allow your body to heal itself. And then I always say, if you concentrate on the nutrition for what it does for you on the health side and how it makes you feel, the weight loss part will no longer be a struggle for you. The weight will just start falling off, and you won't have to be fixated on it. You won't have to be stressed out about it. And that's exactly why in my groups, I do not require you to weigh in. I kind of ask that you don't weigh in, but I know we always, you know, some of us are a little obsessed with the scale, and that's okay. If that's what you like to do, I totally understand it. I just say, don't let it stress you out. Like, if the scale doesn't move, but your A1C levels went from a 9.6 to a 7.2, do you really care? Like, who cares if the scale doesn't move? It'll pick itself up at some point, but you're healthier at the end of 30 days or 2 weeks or whatever you decide that you want to commit to. And for me, that's the bottom line. Are you feeling better about yourself? Are you feeling better when you see your, you know, silhouette when you walk by a window? Are you feeling better when you walk into your closet and you look at the clothes that you have for the day to put on? Or are you standing in your closet and depressed and crying because nothing in there is fitting you right now? And if you leave one of the groups that you join with me and you are you've turned some of your health things around, or you leave happier about, you know, living in your own skin, or you feel happier about your life, or you've learned a couple things, you know, that's a win. And the weight part, if you stick it out, will eventually catch up. Just stop fixating on it and really try to take some time to understand your body as a woman, your body as an aging woman, and what food can do for you and what food will do for you. And that's always my mission. So let me see what we got going on here. I saw some comments roll through. And y'all know I can't see anything without my glasses. Ingrid, you're a stud. Hey, Mista, how are you, girlfriend? Okay, cool. Okay, so Ingrid had to go back to work. Yeah, Ingrid, she rocked it, you guys. I'm getting ready for bed. Okay, cool. Mista, you know, I always post these, and if you miss something here on Facebook, I always post them up on my YouTube channel. And if you're on YouTube and you'd like to catch me live, you can always come over on Facebook. So I always make sure that they're in more than one place. So never feel stressed out about not catching me live. I do appreciate it when you jump in and say hi, and even if you have to jump back off. So I always appreciate my people who are here live. But I always make sure that they're posted up on YouTube, so you can always feel free to go over there. And like I say, always feel free to leave me a comment, because I do go back and review comments and questions, and my email address is everywhere, so you can always feel free to email me as well. So, you know, I'm never too far away. But again, we are launching our next intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman group. Emails will be going out tomorrow, and then tonight and tomorrow, and then they'll be trickling out the rest of the week. I'm going to close off registration on Friday. I think that's the 28th or something. I don't know. We start on the 3rd, so maybe it might be the 1st. I don't know. But next Friday, registration closes out, and then we officially start on Monday, but Sunday you'll get some information about what to do to prepare for Monday. And then who knows, you could be the lucky person like Ingrid, who, not lucky because she actually worked for it, but maybe the fortunate person, or the person who, you know, did amazing, and you can pat yourself on the back person. If I would pat Ingrid on the back if I could, or give her a big old hug, because she always does such great things. You could be that person. You could be that person that loses 18 to 20 pounds without being on a diet, or loses 10 pounds without even trying. Or you could be that woman that drops that last 5. I have another woman that said she lost, you know, that 5 pounds that has just been kind of stuck on her. She couldn't get off in our group that we just closed up. She lost visible body fat and a couple inches off her waist, which we all know as aging women, that waistline is the area we hold all that hormonal body fat, and it's stubborn and it won't come off. So everyone is going to get some sort of win out of this group. It's all super personal. It's all very individualized. I can't tell you what I can do for you other than if you jump in with me and you trust me and you follow, you know, what it is I'm sharing with you, that something amazing is going to happen to you by the end of the 30 days. And we won't know what that is until you jump in with us. And so if you're on the fence about jumping in, don't worry. There's not a whole lot that you have to give up to join in. Everything's going to be pretty much self-paced. You're going to pick your own food. You're going to pick your own intermittent fasting windows. I'm just there to provide you with the information and the suggestions and a little bit of my own personal story so that you can have a smooth transition within 30 days. And that transition for me took 2 solid years and lots of crying and lots of feeling sorry for myself, because I really thought that what I was going through in the last 2 years was as good as it was going to get for me as an aging woman. And I can stand here today now and tell you that it is a whole lot better than what I ever thought it could be. So you gotta put some work into yourself and just trust the process. And I hope that I will see you in my group. So look in your inbox if you've already sent the request in. If you're looking for joining a group, then I will post the link below so you can get on the request list and I can get an email out to you. It's 30 days we'll be done by the end of April, beginning of May. And you could have an entirely new outlook on the rest of your life. You could have an entirely different outlook on what you have in your closet to wear. And you could have an entirely different outlook about what you're going to feel like this summer at the lake or the river or the beach or the pool with your kids or your grandkids, and feel really confident about what you have going for you as today's aging woman. So thanks again for joining me tonight, you guys. I always appreciate you either here live or on the playback recording. Definitely feel free to leave me a comment so that I know you were here, or that you stopped by. A nice hi every now and then. It's nice to hear from people too. So don't be afraid to leave a comment. And then I will see you guys tomorrow night. I think, what's tomorrow? Friday? Tomorrow's iffy, kind of depending on what our plans are. So if I have plans and I won't be live, I will go ahead and post something to let you guys know that. And if I am live, then you can meet me here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. All right, have a good night, you guys. And thanks again for joining me. And Ingrid, congratulations. You did a great job.